Hi, so it's Lisa. I'm live here at the Living Behind the Mask Gala with Miss Reese Odom, actress, entrepreneur here in Atlanta, Georgia. So tell me, Reese, what does this gala really mean to you? I know we're speaking on the subject of domestic violence. Do you know anyone who has been through any domestic violence cases?
Unfortunately, I do know several friends that actually came to me after a couple of films that I've done. And that's really shocking, when you have those moments of interviews and people are saying, do you know anybody? And I'm like, no. And then I do the films and they're like, thank you for doing that, because it's something they could relate to and it resonated with them. And, the messages behind these films that I do are that you don't have to deal with these things. Care enough about yourself in that moment and get away.
Right.
And that there are people who will help you and that care. So, that's what it means to me to be an ambassador tonight, to be able to be that voice for the voiceless.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you for your contributions to the Living Behind the Mask Gala. Please tell everyone where they can connect with you, follow your work, and just, find you on social media.
Okay, well, you can find me on every social media. That's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Reese, and that's ReeceOdum, no relation to Lamar. You can find me on all of those and, connect with me. I'd love to hear from you.
Thank you. This is Sheen Magazine. We were here chatting with Miss Reese Odom. Stay tuned for more on Sheen Magazine TV. We're live in Atlanta, Georgia at the Living Behind the Mask Gala tonight with Sheen Magazine. I'm Jaleesa. You're here with Kelly Webb, and we're speaking with Dr. Rhonda Thompson tonight. Please tell us a little bit about this wonderful event that you put together, this gala. Domestic violence is a subject that matters. Please tell us what this really means to you tonight.
Absolutely. Now, I'm not a doctor, but it does sound good. I love that. Dr. Rhonda A. Thompson. We are here today celebrating women who have overcome domestic violence. We are removing our mask. That's why we say living behind the mask. That really means to suffer in silence. And today we are honoring them. We're celebrating them. We have an amazing fashion show. Our guests are going to be empowered, and they are going to learn something they did not know before. So we're excited to be here.
I'm excited to experience this. So tell us a little bit more about some of the honorees tonight and what they really mean.
You know what? All of our honorees are amazing. We have Audrey Ore, who does the lipstick monologue, or traces of her lipstick is what's coming out actually next week. She's a survivor of childhood, meaning she watched her mom survive domestic violence. So it's still very touching to her because she loves her mom. Tamiko Lowry Pugh of the Still Standing Foundation. This woman almost lost her life on 285, where her abuser was going to run into a medium, and she survived.
Wow.
It's just so many of the women. We have Melissa Holmes, who came from New York to be here with us today, and she's a two-time survivor and had to stab her ex-abuser in order to get out alive. She stabbed him, ran, didn't know what happened. So yeah, we have some amazing women. These women inspire me. These women give life to me because they have not only survived, but they have given a voice to other people, and they reaching out and helping other people. So these are overcomers, not just survivors.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sure Kelly wants to chime in.
Well, actually, the one question I would have to ask, outside of just saying I absolutely love what you've done, what is actually something that you would like to tell someone that doesn't know how to come from behind the mask, that's afraid to take that step to get away?
I first want you to know that you have to acknowledge that you are in a domestic violence situation. A lot of times we could see stuff for someone else, but we don't see it for ourselves. And the first point of it is to recognize that, hey, someone is trying to control me. And when you do that, then seek help. And once you seek help, you can get free.
All right, well, there you have it. Sheen Magazine. We're live here at the Living Behind the Mask Gala tonight with Miss Rhonda Thompson. Stay tuned for more on Sheen TV.
Today, our special guest is Miss Marika Chisholm. Miss Marika, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you guys so much for having me tonight.
Yes. One, I would love to know, what does it mean to you to be involved in such a foundation such as Behind the Mask Gala?
I think the Behind the Mask Gala is absolutely imperative for women and women's empowerment and helping women to understand that they can take their power back.
Yes.
You know, sometimes when we go through issues in life, and domestic violence being one, you lose your power. So I think this is a great venue and great event to help empower women to know you can take that power back.
Yes, ma'am. And outside of, knowing that the fact of so many women have been involved in something such as domestic violence, what exactly could you tell someone that doesn't know how to get out themselves, or they're afraid to?
I think the first thing that I would say is to pray. I'm a gospel artist, so that's the first thing that's going to come out of my mouth. I would say to pray and ask the Lord to assist you in who to talk to, because we can't talk to everybody. So then get with the authorities. That's first and foremost. Like, you don't have to, and understand that you do not have to deal with somebody hitting you. You don't have to deal with mental abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse. You don't have to deal with any of those things.
Yes, ma'am.
You can find me on all social media: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, everything else is under my name, Marika Chisholm, MARICACHISOLM. And you can go to my website. And you can go to Google Play, iTunes, and Rhapsody, and whoever else, wherever music is sold. Wherever you buy your music, buy mine.
But there you have it. We're wrapping it up here at the Living Behind the Mask Gala tonight in Atlanta, Georgia. This is Sheen TV. Thank you. I'm live on the purple carpet with Miss Lily Lyons of SWV. So please tell us, what does it mean to you to be here supporting these survivors tonight? What does this really mean, the meaning behind this domestic violence Living Behind the Mask Gala?
Well, I think what's important is the fact that we are celebrating the survivors. That's the key word, survivors, because a lot of people don't come out of this. And this is just a beautiful, it's always important to bring awareness to something that's, a cause like domestic violence. My mom was a domestic violence survivor, and I had to be here tonight.
And what words of encouragement could you offer some of our survivors tonight and our honorees that are telling their stories on the stage?
Don't be afraid, and for those who are going through domestic violence issues, get out, talk to somebody, Don't feel like you don't have anywhere to go, you don't have anybody to talk to. Do not stay in that situation, because you may not be one of those lucky ones.
Yeah.
And fight back.
Yes, definitely fight back.
Ooh.
Well, actually, you've already answered the question of what advice you would give, but with something like this, I know there are so many people that go around and they're afraid. If someone was to come to you and actually say, look, this is my situation, how could you help them, or what advice would you actually give that specific person that came to you directly?
I always felt like sharing your own personal testimony is enough to help anybody. The fact of the matter that women, we keep so many things secretive. We hold so much stuff back, a fear of being exposed, a fear of being judged. But I always felt like your testimony alone will help somebody come out of a situation, because a lot of times they want to know how you came out. How did you go through it? And everybody is not that strong. So I think your testimony alone will give somebody the strength to want to make that move to get out. And then you give them the proper resources to get out. I'll find them, I'll actually take them into my home. It's serious like that, but you have to leave. You have to get out.
Well, thank you so much, Lily, for chatting with us over here at Sheen Magazine. We were live in Atlanta, Georgia for the Living Behind the Mask Gala here with Miss Lily Lyons or SWV. Thank you.